Good Shabbos, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. It is so good to be with you. Good Shabbos to our friends online. Tonight, before we sing in Shabbat, a brief introduction. We began this week the month of Av. The month of Av is a contemplative month. And we are in a 3-week period, which is a period of grief and of mourning that moves up to Tisha B'Av, the 9th of Av, which is this coming Wednesday night. We will be commemorating it together online in our Torah study group. I hope you will join us. But tonight, we wanted to bring you a bit of the melodies of Av and start to weave in some of our melodies from the High Holy Day season. To you, it may seem far away. To us clergy, it is not. It is oh so near. And so let us turn our hearts both towards Shabbat, which is joyous and wonderful, and also towards Av, which is more introspective and looking and yearning and filled with grief and with loss. And tonight you'll hear a compilation of these sounds. So we hope you enjoy. We hope this helps you step in to this month of Av. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. We'll try those words with us. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are, return to what you are, return to where you are, born and reborn again. Return again, return again, return to the land of your soul. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב, יאללה לי, יאללה לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Thank you so much. Well, we are so honored to have Bill with us tonight, and this past week, 2 weeks ago, last week, on the 11th, was Bill's wedding anniversary. And so we're going to invite Bill forward to light the Shabbat candles for us all in honor of his and Danny's blessed anniversary. And we're going to hope that these lights behave. And if for some chance they don't, I want you to shed the light of your eyes to help these flames rise for us this evening. We turn to page 120 for the blessing that you can do after you light them. Let's hope they light. There we go. We bring in the light 3 times. We keep that flame in our hearts and of our candles lit as we bring in that light quickly, and the air is blowing the light out. Come, let us bring Shabbat, please. Air conditioner, let us do that. And there's candles on the screen. And, this one is lit. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
As these Shabbat candles give light.
There you go.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we by our lives give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we in our own day be among those who kindle light.
And we say, Mazal Tov, and may you go from love to love for you, Bill, and for Danny, for many, many years to come. And may this anniversary have brought much joy, and may there be many more years of love and of blessing. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Amen.
This rabbi won't give up. Let's see. Okay. New wicks we will find. We will carry the memory of that beautiful light in our hearts, and we will become the light for these wicks. And may next week we have some new incredible wicks. Amen.
Amen.
We want you to take a moment to welcome one another, new friends and old friends. Wish them Shabbat Shalom. The piano was your signal, friends. We promise you'll have more opportunities to greet one another, give that final hug, find your way to your seats, and we will sing together as one community.
So, as Rabbi said, we are entering this period now. We are in Av, and we are entering a period of mourning, though right after that rejuvenation, and basically a beginning of the cycle that we never stopped, right? From previous from Yom Kippur all the way. We are now going to seal the deal again and start again in a couple months. But as you understand, this is usually the time that we start thinking about it. When Av starts, this is when we kind of like start thinking about it. Tisha B'Av, mark 9th of Av, mark the actual beginning for us. And the next little, very, very short piece is called Le'ela. Le'ela means beyond, or above or beyond. We are saying the Le'ela in every service. In Jewish culture, we say Kaddish, right, in every service. And we say Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata. Da'amiran b'ama v'imru? Amen. Exactly. Now, anybody know what Kaddish means? The word Kaddish, Kadosh, Kiddush, holy, sacred. So even though we are connecting Kaddish or mourner's Kaddish for us as something sad, something that we say when we lose somebody that we love or that we want to remember somebody we love, mourner's Kaddish and any Kaddish that we say, we're actually sanctifying the name of those people that we remember and we love. We are sanctifying them. We are basically putting onto them the sacredcy and the name of God. So the song that we're going to sing now is called Le'ela. We are saying we're going to go beyond. We're going to lift ourselves a little bit higher, bringing ourselves to a place that we can actually breathe and think. All right, so it goes like this. Stop talking, singing now. As soon as you feel comfortable, join me. Even if you're not feeling comfortable, join me. Okay?
Because I'm joining her.
Exactly.
I'm doing
so
the best
I'm going to
I
do
can.
it by myself first. You're going to listen, and then you're going to join. Le'ela, 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 le'ela. Beautiful. Let's do this part one more time. Le'ela, 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 le'ela. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Le'ela. All right,
do
let's
that
do this
second
part
part
one more
together?
time. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Le'ela. Right? That's the whole thing. So we're going to start again from the beginning. We're starting high, going low, going back to our
You sound
safe
gorgeous
ground.
too, all of you.
Yes. Le'ela, that's where we start. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Le'ela, oh, Le'ela, Le'ela, oh, Le'ela. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Le'ela.
Can we do it one more
Beautiful.
time?
Yes.
I love
so
it
we're
so
going to do it
much.
one more time, and this time I'm not going to talk in between. And we're going to do it slightly faster. All right? And we're going to do it twice. So after we finish the Lo Le'ela, Le'ela. Okay?
We'll follow you.
3, 2, 1, and Le'ela, 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 Le'ela. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Le'ela, 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 Le'ela. Go beyond, go beyond, go beyond, go beyond. Le'ela.
So beautiful.
It will come back in the next few months, so pay attention.
We're ready to go beyond.
Perfect.
Okay, let us go beyond by welcoming that Shabbat bride into our sanctuary, into our community, into our hearts. This Shabbat, Lecha Dodi, is that prayer which was created by the mystics in the holy high land of Svat. If you've been to Israel, that beautiful place, let us sing together Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha Dodi, likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nekabela. Verse 1. שמור וזכור בדיבור אחד, השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה. שבת לכו ונלכה, כי מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, בני שבת נקבלה.
Turn to page 146 for our call to worship the Baruch Hu. Please join me.
Yeah.
We think now of oneness, of the oneness of our community, of Jews connected throughout the entirety of the world. And as we sing Shema tonight, I invite you to make a shin and place it over your eyes. If you were with us in Torah study on Wednesday evening, you learned about a mystical version of this shin, one part of it being about God and connecting with God, one piece being about oneness, and that little middle part about splendor and beauty. And as we sing this prayer tonight, may all of those pieces come together for you in your neshama. I invite you, if you are able, to please rise for the Shema. The words are found on page 152 and 153.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated. We think now of loving that divine source with our whole being, with our whole selves. You may chant Ve'ahavta along with us. The words are found on page 154.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובישעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Sing the song of humankind joined in understanding and respect. The song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. The song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more. The song of a world redeemed, the song of peace. Mi Chamocha is that song. It is found on page 158.
Who is like you, Adonai?
as many of you know, will always make me think of my children who are now taller than me, perhaps almost wiser than me, but when they were really small, so small that they had to look up to hold my hand, standing with them in a sanctuary on a Friday afternoon with their sticky hands and all their friends and their parents, asking for God to spread a shelter of peace over us. And I ask, and we ask tonight, for God to spread a shelter of peace over all of us, over all Jews, over all who are in need of protection. Hashkivenu is that beautiful prayer. It's found on page 160.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom, leshalom, ve'hamidenu shomreinu lechaim, ufroz aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufroz aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. Amen.
Amen, amen. Well, friends, we are honored not only to have in our community an incredible colleague, a dear friend, and it is my honor and pleasure to invite forward Rabbi Linda to the bima to share some beautiful words of Torah with you this evening. There you go. Give her a little woot woot. Takes courage to stand up here and teach Torah, even for a wise rabbi like Rabbi Linda.
Thank you.
You can use this one too if you want, whichever is easier.
Oh my goodness. Choices.
Choices.
So, my friends, this week we start the final book of Torah. It's called Deuteronomy, Second Telling, because it's almost entirely a long speech by Moses, retelling the stories from the books of Exodus and Numbers. The context of this speech is that Moses knows he cannot enter the promised land because of what happened the last time I was up here. After Miriam died, remember, and her miraculous well dried up, the people lacked water and they freaked out because, well, I mean, what's scarier than being in the desert without water? And God gave Moses very precise instructions. He said, take your rod, which did not look like this, and speak to the rock that it should yield its water. Well, Moses didn't speak to the rock. He spoke to the people harshly. He called them rebels. And he didn't speak to the rock. Instead, he struck the rock. I will not do that up here. It's Shabbat. We're peaceful. In any event, his humility, his capacity to put God's mission and the people's welfare first, all of those things that made him a great leader, had apparently ended. And God told him explicitly at that moment, because you did not trust me enough to affirm my sanctity in the sight of the Israelite people, therefore you shall not lead this congregation into the land that I have given them. So now, here we are, Deuteronomy. Moses is going to send his people off with one final teaching that is both history lesson and sermon. But this important speech starts with a leadership failure. Moses retells the story of the spies, who scouted the land. But in his new version, it wasn't 10 of his hand-chosen spies who convinced the people that they cannot conquer the land. No. In his new version, the people inexplicably rebel all on their own. He tells the Israelites that he, Moses, is not allowed to go into the promised land because of their failure to go in when God told them to enter. He says it directly. Because of you, God was incensed with me too, saying, you shall not enter it either. So before we try to comprehend Moses' ethical failure here, let's just notice that if we hadn't read Numbers, we wouldn't even know that Moses was manipulating the facts and passing off as historical truth a story that just happened to serve him. It should serve as a warning to us to be vigilant against alternative narratives that hide truth and misplace blame. Back to Moses. How could such a great leader lie, fail to take accountability for his own error of judgment and temperament, and speak so passionately to the people, erroneously blaming them? I look to the psychological idea of projection to understand this. Projection, as I understand it, is an unconscious defense mechanism in which a person attributes their own unacceptable thoughts and feelings or actions or traits onto someone else to avoid the pain of confronting a hard internal truth. So the more ashamed Moses felt of his ugly outburst and failure to follow God's commands, the more forcibly he may have felt the need to project that harsh inner judgment outward. And we see projection all the time in our lives, don't we? We see, for example, political leaders who so habitually blame their opposition for their own misdeeds that we come to see their accusations as admissions. It's a natural human feeling that we must all overcome at times. But this year, as I was revisiting the story, it suddenly gave me an insight into a mystery that has been baffling me, of how many of my progressive friends could have fallen into a form of intense Israel bashing that is so divorced from the complexity of the history of the Middle East and so disproportionate to their judgment of other nations as to be a form of anti-Semitism. The mystery of how strangers could yell, "baby killer," at me as I attended a fundraiser for a kibbutz for Ethiopian Israelis that was damaged on October 7th. The mystery of how strangers on Facebook could say things like, I won't even say it really, but "shut the F up, Nazi," in response to my comment calling for an accurate and nuanced reporting of the history of Israel and Palestine. The mystery of how people who are devoted to civil rights and to economies that allow all to live with dignity could turn so viciously on the one country in the Middle East that shares those values. And as a progressive Zionist, I couldn't understand how my fellow progressives could be, well, so hateful. But my new theory is that this level of misplaced passion makes sense in the context of people who are engaging in a process of projection to deal with an internal pain that could otherwise overwhelm them. These are people who accept the idea that settler colonialism is the greatest evil, and yet they know that they themselves are the beneficiaries of settler colonialism by living here in the United States, or in some cases, Canada. where Europeans who had no prior connection to the land of North America and had actual homelands in Europe came and took the land of the indigenous people who lived there as their new homes and engaged in truly genocidal conduct. They tried to assuage their settler colonial guilt with recitations of the names of the tribes displaced from the land that they are enjoying, but they know that this is ultimately a pretty empty gesture. And they're certainly not prepared to go back to wherever their ancestors originated from, right? So they deal with the pain of their own guilt in the easiest and frankly least costly way possible, which is to accept the propaganda that Israeli Jews are settler colonialists and then hate them and all Jews that support Israel's right to exist and hate us with passion. And when you try to explain the facts, the historical facts that disrupt the settler colonial narrative for Israel, and there are so many, starting with the Jewish people's long history in the land, perhaps ending with the fact that the majority of Israelis are people of color whose ancestors never left the Middle East, they refuse to be confused by the facts. That points to a psychological need to project. So when you feel like you're the one who's going crazy, don't. As progressive Zionists, we are the ones who face all the complexities of history head on and hold on to the truths that Israel is the historic homeland of the Jewish people, and that those who immigrated to Israel from inhospitable lands of exile had no other true homeland, and that Israel, let's face it, does exist, and has the right, like any other nation, not only to continue to exist, but even to defend its own right to exist. I believe, my friends, that we need to stand up for nuanced truth and for peace. Because in these days, too few people have the moral courage to seek peace and pursue it. But when people of otherwise goodwill seem impervious to facts or reason, consider that there may be psychological processes going on, processes that even Moses succumbed to, and do not hate them. Be gentle. Ask questions that help them to explore the inconsistencies of their own fixations. With patience and knowledge of history and willingness to explore Israel's own dark side, and great good luck, you may empower an aha moment that frees a friend or a family member or even a stranger from a hatred that casts their goodness into shadow. You may even succeed in making them advocates for peace. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Yasher koach. Thank you for your words of Torah. Thank you, my dear. Meditate on our traditional words, so too may we meditate on this message of peace. Adonai Sfatai is found on page 164.
Adonai Sfatai tiftach ufi agitei
tradition or the prayers of your heart through page 180, and when you are done, you may be seated. The prayer of our hearts so open and so soft at this moment in our Shabbat service, we bring forward the names of all of those in our lives who are in need of healing. As my hand comes across the room, I invite you to fill this space with your loved ones' names. Those whom we are sending healing to are listed on our community list above us. And then we will pray our prayer for healing, the Mishaberach, together. It is found on page 109. Please fill this space with your loved ones' names who are in need of healing now. We do it all. Alison Knapp, David Resnick, Marvin Etzioni, Bernie Goldberg. Peter
May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, of mind, and of spirit, and let us say,
Amen. Amen. It is my honor now to call forward Dr. Jane Drucker, a member of our Board of Trustees, to share some announcements with you. Good Shabbos. There you go. Yes.
Shabbat Shalom. As Rabbi said, I'm Jane Drucker, and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of Kol Ami, I want to welcome you to Congregation Kol Ami tonight. We want to thank Rabbi Resnick, Dr. Linda Bertenthal. Thank you for very important words that I think can also act as a guidepost for us. And cantorial soloist, Ronnie Martyr, welcome back. It's good to pray with you again tonight. And of course, Mayor David Kaminsky. We also want to thank Travis Smith for audiovisual support. Yeah. Please note some of these very important things coming up. Come and learn with us at Torah Study every Wednesday, I guess, with Rabbi Resnick. Occasionally you take a week off, but Torah Study is every week at 7 o'clock over Zoom. If you're interested, please register on our website. We'll get to the address soon. Last call to join us on Friday, July 24th at 5:45 p.m. for our challah bake with shasheret. We'll braid challah together and then take it home to bake while supporting Shasheret, a nonprofit organization that provides education and support for women and families facing breast and ovarian cancer. Please register by Monday. And that takes place here? Or it takes place here. I keep knocking the podium with the, no, it's just, yeah, thank you. We hope to see you tomorrow night at the annual gala. Are there still tickets?
Our event is sold out, but we welcome you to help support this incredible effort, and huge thanks goes out to our entire gala team, especially to Hope Faust and Roberta Bennett leading the charge.
And David's little taste of what's to come for tomorrow. For those of you who do have tickets, the reception begins at 5 with Havdalah at 5:30, and then the doors will open at 6:15 for the performances. Plurals. It's going to be a beautiful evening. And if you've got your tickets, you don't want to miss it. It doesn't say so here, but I know that there's construction going on the 405, so leave yourself some extra travel time. And as I have frequently described the Skirball Museum, it is equally inconvenient for everybody. So nobody should feel special. Join us also on Saturday, August 1st from 7 to 8:30 p.m. for Congregation Kol Ami's first ever Havdalah and Artist Gallery. Celebrate the creativity of our talented congregants, and we have many, as they showcase and sell their artwork, meet the artists, enjoy refreshments, and mingle with friends. Proceeds from sales of artwork will benefit the congregation. We hope you'll join us for this special evening of art, community, and Havdalah. I always have trouble with the paper. Before we leave today, be sure to stop by our book nook in the lobby. It's filled with books looking for new homes, and you're welcome to take one. We also hope you'll browse the collection and enjoy and bring some books of your own. These and other synagogue programs help enrich our spiritual lives and develop our vibrant Kol Ami community. We cannot do this without the support of members and friends like you. It is membership renewal season, so if you have not yet renewed, get to the website. If you'd like to make a contribution to our synagogue and for more information about all our programs, please visit, say it with me if you know it, www.kol-ami.org. That's kolami.org. As always, thank you for joining us tonight. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom. You can clap. It's okay. Go for it. I'm not going to stop you from clapping. Joy is joy, my friends, and Shabbat is definitely about joy. So with that, I invite you please to rise to your feet in body or spirit and mind. We turn to page 586 for Aleinu. Aleinu לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגואלנו ככל המונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד. You may be seated. It is a hard thing to sing of oneness when the world is not complete, when those who once brought wholeness to our life have gone, and not but memory can fill the emptiness their passing leaves behind. But memory can tell us only what we were in the company with those we loved. It can't help us find what each of us alone must now become, yet no one is really alone. Those who live no more echo still within our thoughts and our words, and what they did is a part of who we have become. We do best homage to our dead when we live our lives more fully, even in the shadow of our loss. For each of our lives is worth the life of the whole world. In each one is the breath of the ultimate one. In affirming the one, we affirm the worth of each one, whose life now ended brought us closer to the source of life, in whose unity no one is alone and every life finds purpose. I will first read the list of names of those who are in a period of Shiva and Shloshim, the first 7 and the first 30 days of mourning, and then I'll read the list of those whom we are saying Kaddish for, and then I will invite any mourners amongst us to rise and recite the names of your loved ones, and we will recite Kaddish Tome, which is found on page 598 together. We say Zichronam Livracha, may their memories be for a blessing always. Eric Weinberger, Richard T. Lowenthal, Michael Simenthal, David Wakeoff, Ralph Goldblatt, Patrick Terry, Doug Workman, Madeline Kent, Doug Leland, Amelie Levin Dembitzer, Benjamin Thomas Reback, Carrie Nashbin, Marvin Glickman, Raymond Flambard, Barbara Shambram Greenberg, Joan Klein Yeoman, John Virgil DeWitt, Paul Moody, Elise Davis Leviton, Janet Kruppen, Van Wert Smith, Ron Lank, Kitty Gluck, Rabbi Andrea Weiss, Maddie Franco, Susan Sugar, Stephen Michael Notiff Jr., Rabbi Rosie Haim, Steve Duckman, Michael Beck, Herbert Bernard, Barney Frank, Abby Hellworth, Sarah Kay, Jacob Reuben Wise, Malcolm Doctors, and Stephen Wallace. If you are a mourner amongst us, I invite you please to rise and recite the name of your loved ones. I invite you please to rise in support of the mourners as we recite Kaddish Yatom together. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divrach heruteh v'yamlich malchuteh, b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru, Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitraman v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmed kudesha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlam Rabbah min shamaya. V'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru. Amen. I invite you, if you are comfortable, to place your arms around someone nearby. If you're not, you can join with us in song. Let us sing our song of peace together.
Say shalom b'romav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, ve'imru.
Okay, friends, it's time that we bless the wine and the challah. And please stay for One. We're going to do a little special l'chaim outside for my dearest Ronnie, celebrating her upcoming new professional opportunity that we're excited about. Don't worry, she'll be back to visit us, I promise.
I will.
So, would you like to lead, Rabbi Linda? You want to hold it? No singing, come on, you sing.
Yes.
No, but
Whatever
are we
you
doing
want.
it with piano or are we doing?
No, a cappella.
Okay. And short or long?
Your choice.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen.
L'chaim!
Okay, friends,
Woohoo!
here we go.
That's a nice,
Challah, what a beautiful challah.
what a beautiful tray.
Beautiful
Nice.
challah.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'tevei avot. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
you, David. Thank you, Rabbi Linda. Thank you, Dr. Drucker. Thank you, Travis and Tyler. Thank you, all of you. Good Shabbos.